Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Avery. I'm 23 and I live in the Midwestern United States. I make videos about budgeting, specifically budgeting in YNAB, so if that's something that interests you, feel free to subscribe. If you like this video, feel free to like it, and if not, I'm just glad you're here regardless. So in today's video, I'm actually going to make this very quick since I am about 2 or 3 weeks late now on getting this video up, but that's okay. I have some other videos coming the way. Like, I really like putting up my budget with me videos in the week that I get the paycheck, and life has been a little hectic lately, so I just didn't have time to sit down and do my February budget recap on camera. I have looked at it a little bit, but I'm going to now do it on camera, so that's what today's video is about. So as you can see here, I'm zoomed way in on YNAB, so you can see my income sources a little easier for February. And as you can see, my total income for February was just over $3,200. Most of that money is coming from my full-time job, about $2,500. For my full-time job, I did work some overtime in February, so that is why it's a little higher than previous months. I have a 3-cent interest payment from one of my credit union savings account, actually. So something to note there. It's not making me rich, but it is giving me some money. I did work at the bakery, first time since Christmas that I've worked at the bakery, and I got paid after everything was $150. And then I also got my tax refund from my federal tax refund in February for $186. Really happy about that. It's not an extravagant refund. I don't have any dependents. I don't have any kids, but I'm also just glad I didn't owe anything, considering I worked at any given point like 3 to 4 different jobs in 2021. So I'm completely fine with getting a small tax refund. And then finally, my restaurant job, I made $387.43. I still didn't work every shift that I'm supposed to technically in the month of February for that. But I also just don't know going forward if I'm truly going to work like 2 days every single week. It seems like they're bringing on a little more staff and they're talking about expanding a little more. But before they expand their hours, they're going to just be rotating people more and more. Long story short, I might get some of my weekend time back, but I may get less money overall because I'll be working less hours. Yeah, so total $3,200. So quite happy with that. Breaking the 3,000 mark is a pretty big milestone for me. I've done it before, but it's not consistent. Like, for example, I don't know for March if I'm going to break $3,000. Let's move on. I'll zoom out a little bit if I can figure it out. Can I? There we go. I'm going to go down to my spending by category. Oh, by the way, I do use toolkit reports. I also use the regular reports. We might look at it a little bit, but just for the purposes of this video, I like to use the toolkit reports. So spending by category. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you would know that I was hyping up a vacation in February. I did go to Austin, Texas. I really enjoyed it. Had a good time with my mom, and I didn't do too much there. I was at a resort, so it was kind of all-inclusive. It was, in my opinion, very expensive. So that was a little stressful, but overall I did still come in under budget, and we'll get into it a little more. Let's just start from the top, or my largest category first. Housing is pretty straightforward. I spent $833 in rent, $1350 on laundry. Very cheap month for laundry. I still did laundry. I think my boyfriend just covered some of the loads. And then household, $29.87 at Target. Honestly, I'm not even sure what that was for. I know I spent money at Target, and I'm sure it was supposed to be in the household. But I kind of wonder if I was supposed to split that between a couple categories, and I didn't. That's okay. So about $30 in household. Total household spending, $876.37. Moving on, let's go into sinking funds. So just from the top, you can see I spent $342.25 on vacation. I wonder if it breaks it down further. Oh, it does. So I spent money at the spa. I spent $225.42. It was a very expensive spa trip. I got my first massage. That was an interesting experience. I don't know if I'm a massage person. If I am, I think I would need like a stronger massage, because it kind of felt like she wasn't really doing anything for like $150 and like a mandatory 20% service fee. But I think that's on me. I think I just didn't choose the right massage, maybe. Going forward, I wouldn't mind doing a spa day with my mom, just in my, like, where we live and not on vacation. I think that'd be a great, like, mother-daughter bonding time. But yeah, so $225 at the spa. I got a massage. I went to the sauna. I did the infrared thing. Or sauna. What's the other one called? Steam room. I did the steam room. And I also had a drink at the bar, and because there was drinks at the spa. I spent a lot of money at the bar. $19.24, $18.24. Spent some money on coffee, spent some money at the airport, and I took out $50 cash, and I used that to tip the housekeepers, and I think I used some of it on parking as well. And something I do want to say is I actually spent more than $342. I'm going to go ahead and just for a second here, spoil it. I'm going to go into March. I'm going to specifically go into the sinking funds, and then here is the real amount I spent on vacation, just under $600. So parking, some items I just categorized as vacation. I think one of these was like coffee again, and then another one was water. I bought water at the airport. Spent money at a bookstore, lots of money on lifts. Spent some money on coffee and hairspray for my mom. Oh, I did go to the Texas Capitol. I did enjoy that. That was actually I really like doing things like that on vacation, like checking out like landmarks, checking out state houses, things like that. I was a political science major in college, so it is something that interests me. Checking that out, travel bottles, yeah. Overall, I think I did really well on vacation spending. I was stressed at the time, but I obviously didn't spend the full $800 that I budgeted, so I think I did just fine. But yeah, so I think actually going forward, I don't know if I want to go. I'm not sure if flying is my favorite thing. Obviously, I'll fly to some places like if I really want to, but I think I'm more of a like homebody. I really missed being at home is what I found. Like, I actually love where I live overall when I'm feeling like positive towards it. I actually really like where I live, and I don't think I think I should just take advantage of that more, All right, let's go back into just February's spending, and we will go, oh yes, total spending $1,855.70. So not that bad, honestly. As far as my income, $3,200. I wish there was a way that you could see, like, they had like a report for how much money you saved. I know there's like this down here in the income versus expense, like in February. Oh, here it is. In February, I had a net income of $1,300. That's pretty good, but I wish they would just like put that somewhere as a line item. Like, you could break this down by your total budget. Does that make sense? I don't know. Let's go into utilities. I spent $192.01. It was February. It was pretty cold most of February. $69.06 is my largest gas bill yet. I've already gotten the next month. It's cheaper than that. So I think going forward it's just going to be cheaper and cheaper until it's winter again. Since we are on the tail end of it and we're about to swing into spring. I spent $30.83 on electric, pretty standard. $37 on phone. I do that every month, along with $54.99 for internet. If we go into food, okay. I actually had like a really good month for food. And part of that I think is because I was on vacation, so I was categorizing some food expenses as a vacation expense. So you don't see it reflected in the budget. And then honestly, I don't know. Maybe because February was a shorter month, you think those like 2 or 3 days wouldn't make a difference, but apparently it does. Because I only spent $82.73 on dining out, and I only spent $102 on groceries. I don't know how I did it. I'm already at that point, and it's the middle of March. So clearly, I just kind of like run the well dry in February, and now March seems to be a restock month. But overall, $184.76 on groceries. Very happy with that. Investments, not going to click on this. $125 went to my Roth IRA. I think starting in May, I'm going to increase that to $150 because if you saw one of my last videos, I did get a raise, and I should be that reflected in my paychecks soon. And then I spent $97.30 on health and fitness. I spent $40 on therapy. They charged me $30 is what it's supposed to be, and then they charged me $10 one time, probably because I had a credit. Sometimes they like charge me at the end of the year when they shouldn't, and then starting in the beginning of the next year, they don't charge me for a while. So I think that's just what I had remaining in the credits for $10, and then $57.30 on the gym. I almost forgot. Yes, I had a gym membership. My last payment for the gym membership was on February 1st. I don't have the gym membership anymore. Don't think I'm going to rush into a new one anytime soon. If I do, it's just going to be at the community center down the street, and it's only going to cost me $60 for the year as opposed to almost $60 a month. Subscriptions. Oh, wrong one. Subscriptions. Pretty straightforward. I spent $10.74 on Spotify. I spent 99 cents at Apple for Apple storage. I'm out of Apple storage, like iCloud storage, but I don't think I'm gonna buy more because I just don't want to. I need to look into that more. Like, how can I reduce the things? I don't care if everything's backed up personally. Maybe I'll look into that this month, but who knows? Honestly, maybe not. I don't really care. I just might not buy. I don't think I'm gonna increase it anytime soon though. So yes, like I said, total spending $1,855.70. I actually think that's really good considering I did go on vacation and I spent $300. Like, it's actually a really low spend month if you take that out. Let's look at my net worth real quick. Let's look at the other net worth chart real quick. Do I have this set up correctly? February. No, I can't do this right. Just a second. Okay, actually, all I want to talk about is I'm at $8,000 for my 401a. So that's my retirement vehicle for my main job, my full-time job. So I just hit $8,000. At the end of this year, I'll have 5 years in public employment, and I will get a 33% match on my account. So hopefully, if I'm still in public employment by the end of the year, even if I change jobs, like go to a different agency or go to a different field or a different sector, I should go over $15,000 once that match kicks in. And I think that'll be really great because I'll only be 24 by the end of the year. Roth IRA, show the transactions. So I put $125 in. Market, as we know, it's kind of all over the place. Generally not great. So $55.87 was a loss. 457B, I don't put money into this right now, but I did have a loss, or as I put it, lost with 2 T's. $15.37. Robin Hood went down like a couple dollars. $165, and then my car is just stagnant at $15,000. So I think if we look at the net worth, honestly, I need to update this a little bit. My total assets in February, I think at the end of it, was $34,660.32. Debt's $962.11. And you don't see it on here. I do have student loans, so I haven't added them to YNAB yet. I don't know when I will or if I will, but if I do, probably when they go back into repayment. If I do, if I had them in here right now, subtract down our $22,000. So it's like my net worth is about $11,000. And honestly, if you take out the value of the car, because some people like to include it, some people don't, it would be like negative slightly. But it is a car, it is an asset, and honestly, it's not even depreciating right now. Like, this is still a conservative estimate. I bought the car for $16,000, paid it off within a year, and the value on the used car market right now is insane. I'm at 30,000 miles into 2017 Jetta, so if I did sell it tomorrow, I could probably make like quite a bit of money, but not going to, but that's why I keep it as an asset. All right, so I think I'm just gonna wrap up this video now. Like I said, it's just a short video, if I can find where this is at, because I am pretty late on it, and honestly I'm having a really great week, but I did want to get this video out, and I will see you all next week for another budgeting video. I think those are a little more exciting personally, but I also like doing this one just to reflect on the month. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Any suggestions for me? I know people like to give me tips on different things I can do on YNAB, or how I can use it, or how I can be more efficient with it. Whatever it is, I love hearing it, so let me know. Like if there's different reports I should look at, let me know, because it'd be nice to just dive deeper into it if I can. Yeah, so that's the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.